What's up, guys? Today we're going to talk about carb cycling. What is it? How do you implement it in your programming? And how can it help you achieve your goals? So to get started, carb cycling is simply the manipulation of your carbohydrate intake throughout the week. We increase it, we decrease it, we have high days or low days. Some people include moderate days. And essentially, the goal is to manipulate those carbohydrates, manipulate your calories to control your hormones such as leptin and grehlin, and also manipulate the amount of glycogen and glucose that you have throughout your body, since glucose is the preferred energy source for your body, and we get that from carbohydrate intake. So when carbs or calories are low, we see a decrease in glucose and glycogen. Glucose and glycogen create ATP. So you have this chemical compound in your body, it's called ADP, adenosine diphosphate. Glucose and glycogen creates the third bond to create adenosine triphosphate that then is used for muscular contractions. So when carbs are low, you have a limited amount of ATP, meaning you have a limited amount of energy to utilize for muscular contraction in your body. In addition, when calories are low, such as when you're in a deficit, we see decreases in your leptin hormone, which is your satiety hormone, the one that tells you that you're full and that you're satiated. And we see increases in grehlin, which is your hunger hormone, which tells you that you're more hungry. So we're more hungry, we're less satiated. And so incorporating carb cycling, especially when it's incorporated as a refeed or with calorie cycling, we're able to manage your glucose, glycogen, and then your leptin and ghrelin hormones. So in addition to managing those hormones, carb cycling can help manage your performance by giving you more ATP, more energy. So for example, your high carb days would likely benefit you most by putting them on your heaviest, hardest training days, like your leg days. Now, let's talk about how to set this up. In reality, it's kind of hard to go wrong here. As long as you have high days and low days, then you're pretty good, and you can manage that in a bunch of different ways. So you can either have this set up where an on-off split, where your high carb days are your training days and your low carb days are your off days. We commonly see 5-2 splits, which is high carb throughout the week, Monday through Friday, and then the weekends are low carb days. You could have your high carb days only be your super high intensity training days, like your leg days, and the rest could be either moderate or low carb days, which we see down here with a high, moderate, low split. You can go 4 days of high carb, 3 days of low carb. You could even implement this as needed and have, especially if you're in a more severe caloric deficit where you're mostly low carbohydrate, you could just implement your high carb days as needed and give yourself 2 to 3 days of high carbohydrate intake to decrease your ghrelin response, increase your leptin satiety hormone, give yourself some more energy through that glucose and glycogen stores that we're going to fill up, and kind of just go by feel. So it's really hard to mess this up. The most important thing is that you track your progress and pay attention to how you're feeling throughout the week, how your performance is, how your body composition is looking, what the scale is doing. Use all of your data points, all of your biofeedback to make an educated decision on what you should do with your carbohydrate intake and when you should implement your high carb days. I really hope this helps. I've been getting great questions from you guys, so I have a lot of content coming at you. Again, please send me these messages. A lot of these questions that I'm getting are just in my direct messages, and it's giving me a really good idea of what kind of content you guys want to see and how I can help you best. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I want to start a little bit of a conversation down there and see what I can do to help you better understand carb cycling. And then if you want help in having a coach help you implement a carb cycling protocol, reach out to me. I'm more than happy to help. I love talking about this stuff. So until next time, I'll see you guys. Have a good one.